Go in and you donate one of your testicles, they replace it with an artificial one.
What's going on, guys? I am the cheapest wrestler in the world, Matt Rivera, and welcome back to another episode of Extreme Reaction, where I check out my fellow cheapskates do what they do best. But today's episode is particularly interesting as we meet a man who wants to replace his testicle for money. Damn! Yeah, you heard that right. Replace his testicle for money. Crazy, right? Let's not waste any more time. We're going to try these cheap hacks, some of them, not all of them, obviously, some of them, and we'll figure out, does he make a lot of sense, a little bit of sense, no sense at all, or somewhere in between? Let's meet him.
My name is Mark Parisi, and I'm Las Vegas's biggest cheapskate.
Hi, Mark!
People misplace millions of dollars in loose change every year, and their loss is this cheapskate's gain.
Okay, so it looks like Mark goes around kind of looking for money, but I don't really understand why he's at a restaurant looking at the tabletops. I'd be concerned that I would take someone's tip. Oh, on the bathroom floor, Mark, you're a brave dude. But listen, I'm not going to judge him too much yet, because we are going to try this cheap hack right now.
Here we go!
So to put Mark's methods into action, I decided why not check out Sugar Mama's car and see what change we can find if we scrounge around a little bit. Let's see if it's worth the time.
Cheap, 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 cheap. Everybody go! Cheap, 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 cheap. And everybody knows that now. Cheap, cheap, cheap.
All right, so let's see what we got. 1 dime, 1 quarter, and 1 nickel. For those who are not good at math at home, we got 40 cents. 40 cents, and that probably took about, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes tops. Probably closer to 5, but even so, I ask myself, is it worth it? If time is money, is it worth it? I'm gonna have to say no.
If you look right here, when my roommate's dog ate the top, I took a marker and I penned in the black as not to buy a new pair.
I've actually done the same thing with white sneakers using whiteouts. So I'm not upset about this cheap hack. I'm with you, Mark.
Mark keeps his grocery budget under $60 a month by disregarding expiration dates.
All right, so I feel mixed about this one, but we should continue this conversation in the kitchen. Let's go. As far as keeping things past the expiration date, it really depends on what it is. Now, if it's like milk or yogurt, things that are dairy, no, there's no way that keeping it past the expiration date is a good idea because it gets so nasty, gets sour, gets chunky. Nobody wants that.
Somebody who won't be having any.
But there's other things that I think it's totally okay. For example, bread. I like to put bread in the fridge because I know right away I'm preserving it for as long as possible. So that way it doesn't go bad, and if it's a few days after the expiration date, it's probably okay. Honestly, I usually just check it out and I'm like, is it moldy? No? Then it's probably still good. Another thing that I like to keep past the expiration date, seasonings. I mean, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys throw away seasonings if it's past the expiration date? Because I do not. I'm definitely guilty as charged.
And spending no more than $1 on any single item.
Tortillas, 50 cents.
Vienna sausage, 50 cents.
Power bars, 50 cents.
Tuna fish, $1.
Peanut butter and jelly, $1.
Uncle Ben's rice, no Uncle Ben, $2.
I end up spending about $1, at the most $1.50 on laundry, because I throw 1 or 2 pieces in with everybody else.
Okay. Throw 1 or 2 pieces in with everybody else. What do you... Okay, I'm gonna need a little more information here. Are there people you know? Strangers?
Hi, I'm Mark. Would you mind if I throw in some laundry with you? Just a few things, not a lot. Maybe a few things?
No.
This guy was just like, no. What? This is something that he does. Okay, Mark? No, man. No, you can't do this, bro.
Okay.
All right.
He was just like, okay, yeah. No, the dude's like, all right, moving on. Let's go. Keep it moving. I feel like, listen, I grew up in the inner city of Manhattan. If this were to happen there, he would have got beat up. Mark, Don't get yourself beat up, bro.
I can see, yeah, maybe let me borrow a cigarette or something, but the washing machine, no.
No.
Hello, my name is Mark. I was wondering if you'd mind if I tossed in a few articles with your laundry?
No.
She straight up laughed. It was like the nicest laugh ever, but no.
A lot of people say that I'm crazy. Do you mind if I throw in some laundry with you?
No, that's fine.
Thank you. But a couple things here, a couple things there, and then you find someone else to share a dryer with.
Someone actually said yes? This guy, no, that's fine. In what world is that fine?
Do you mind if I throw some laundry in with you? Just a few items?
Hey, go ahead.
Thank you.
No problem.
It's not a lack of money.
What do you mean, yeah, go ahead? No! There is always a line, and I am not about to ask strangers to put my dirty drawers with their kids' stuff. This I can't wrap my mind around at all. Apparently, Mark is a gambler. A gambler? How are you a cheapskate gambler? Like, that doesn't even make sense to me. So you work this hard to save your money just to potentially get rid of it?
Would you like anything to drink?
Yes, can I please get a vodka and cranberry?
Yes.
Thank you. If I went to a bar, the drink would cost me $12 to $15. But by coming to a casino, I play the penny slots, win money, and drink for free.
Okay, he does have a good point there. That's one thing I will say. He's absolutely right. If you go to Vegas, maybe Atlantic City too, I'm not really sure. If you're playing the slots, if you're gambling in any way, actually, they will supply you with free drinks. But I still don't understand how you're a cheapskate gambler. It almost sounds like an oxymoron. How are you going to put in all this effort to be cheap and to make sure you maintain and increase your money and then potentially lose it all in a risk?
We just won again, $8.67. This is what $1 can do now.
What kind of laugh was that? He sounded like Tigger.
In the past 6 years, Mark has volunteered in more than 100 medical studies.
Okay, yep. You can definitely do some medical studies to get money.
2 studies that I'm waiting on that I have not been in yet is a flatline study. This is a really good one. What they do is they stop your heart for 1 minute, but you still breathe. Stay there 14 days, pays $25,000.
Okay, Mark, listen. That doesn't sound safe at all. Like, they stop your heart, but you still breathe? Okay, $25,000, that's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, that is a lot of money. But they stop your heart. That just doesn't sound safe.
But the FDA kind of stepped in and stopped that.
You think?
The second one that I'm really anxious and really excited and waiting to do is this testicular study.
I have never in my life heard any man say what Mark just said. I am excited for a testicular study. Say that 10 times fast, right? I'm excited for a testicular study. 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 I'm excited for a testicular study.
What you do is you go in and you donate one of your testicles. They replace it with an artificial one. And when you check out after 14 days, you get a check for $35,000.
Okay, let's talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. So far, this is probably the most extreme cheapskate I had ever seen. I thought maybe it was Kate, but I think Mark takes the cake on this one. $35,000 he is looking to replace his testicle with an artificial testicle. Listen, I've seen a lot of different things done out there for money. Like, for example, people sell sperm. Right? Go to the sperm bank. Let's see how much sperm is going for right now. Selling sperm can get you some money. Now, personally, it's not something that I would do just because, how do I put it? It's more of a personal reasons, I guess. I just feel like whatever sperm, whatever children I help to create in this world, I want to hopefully father. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my thought. But let's see how much sperm is going for these days. 1,000 to 1,500 a month? That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
2,000 years later.
So what's motivating you to want to go under the knife and be part of a study like that?
The money.
Mark has no shame in his game. He's just like, the money. The doctor just asked him, what's motivating him to do this thing? To replace one of his testicles? The money. He didn't even hesitate.
So let's think about what you just said. So we're going to lose one of our testicles.
We're going to replace one of our testicles for the money. Yes.
So,
It's really funny. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Mark even corrected him. He's like, oh, we're not losing a testicle. We're replacing a testicle. Mark, you are wild, man. Like, people talk about me. This is wild.
okay. Have you ever had your testosterone level measured?
No.
So what I'd like for you to do is take off your shirt.
Okay.
And I'll come back in and we'll do a brief exam.
It's time to test those testes.
Go ahead and stand up for me. And drop your drawers, and we just kind of, examine both testicles. We rub them between our two fingers.
Okay.
Oh, hell no! When you see the doctor take out that glove, Mark, it is time to get the hell out of there, man!
A low test result for Mark would take him out of the running for the testicular study, and ultimately the $35,000 payday.
To testy or not to testy? That is the question.
So the risk to you is pretty significant. I'm not endorsing the surgery.
Ooh, Mark, honestly, it's probably for the best.
I'm really disappointed that I didn't get into this testicular study.
Mark, to be honest with you, man, the testicular study was kind of nuts. Kind of nuts! Mark, to rate you, 1 out of 4 pennies, 1 penny being the least amount you can have in this ranking system. Dude, for the first time ever, I'm giving someone 1 penny. Mark, you make little to no sense to me, dude, at all. Like, it just doesn't make sense, man. You're going to risk your life, and then the money that you do get, put it on the line gambling? Nah, man. I'm not feeling that at all. Thank you guys so much for joining me on another episode of Extreme Reaction. This one, man replaces his testicle, or at least tries to. Thankfully, it didn't work out for him. I'm actually glad for that. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe to this channel. I am the cheapest wrestler in the world, Matt Rivera. This was Extreme Reaction. It's time to make change, baby. Peace!
You know I've got to give a special shout out to the Frugal Faction. Are you ready for the cheap wrestler to return to the ring? Then you've got to get the latest gear. I've partnered with Redbubble to bring you guys the dopest merch, including a brand new line of Time to Make Change shirts, masks, cell phone cases, backpacks. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And these all come in classic cheap wrestler graphics too. Don't be second rate. Get your merch today. Click that link in the description. Let's go. Penny figure thoughts ain't worth the price. When the rent this high, knock out your lights. Proven in seconds, oozing electric. Feels like glass. School is in session. Saved by the bell, yeah, I'm on fire, blazing in hell. Save your career, rather save on a sale. Stuck behind bars, making no bail. I cashed in, attraction. Numero uno, action brutal, faction frugal. I'm the your matches doodle.